today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Carolina Panthers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the Las Vegas Raiders. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year, their 31-year-old quarterback. It's Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile. That's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey.
Newton's pass.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
3 brings up second.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
46-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
from the gun. Here's Newton.
Newton's pass.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Newton on third down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the 20.
And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Second and 11. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Number 81.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to pump the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
On play action, they'll throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
12 yards on the play. But it's third.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Completes it right side to Cooper. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Complete to Amari Cooper. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 42-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Raiders 3, Panthers nothing.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Number 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. but that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And the Raiders have got him.
Cam Newton sacked.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback. That has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First down.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled at the...
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Raiders 6, Panthers nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. We remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from Met. And hit behind the line. He lost lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 39-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
For the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. Touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Complete to Darren Waller. 10 yards on.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
To the ground and incomplete. It's second down and 10.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Number 87.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the Eagles who are...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. And the Raider first down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as...
He's got a man, complete! And they work this well upfield across the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and...
From the gun, here's Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
first down throw for Newton. Out to his left. He'll run it. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Newton. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 10 yards out. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire in week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And now here come the Raiders. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
At the Panthers' 36-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards. And it's third down.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick here is good.
The field goal is good.
And that will push the lead up to 5.
Raiders 19, Panthers 14.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play.
From the gun, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10. Newton again. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, he'll buy some time right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. Operating from the gun. Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all after.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16.
By the Raiders.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So now Newton and the Panthers down by 12. 90 seconds remaining. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10.
From the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Las Vegas, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the New Orleans Saints. And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Deontay Harris on the return.
The Saints taking over on offense and leading the way at quarterback. A man who spent the last 5 years trying to beat him playing for Tampa. And that's the late April signee, Jameis Winston.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Winston now to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Winston's pass.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
Complete.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Brought down by trade.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And it's caught on the right side at Smith.
Winston's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They go play action. Winston. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line.
Complete.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Jameis now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
From the gun, Winston. The open man is Smith. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints.
Pass complete to
Traquan Smith. Touchdown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, here we go. The new era of Raider football in Las Vegas begins now. And after all the talk, it will be Derek Carr who leads the silver and black out for their opening drive in their new desert home.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs.
Carr's pass complete to Henry Ruggs. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Open man is Bull. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The All-Pro Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that 1st drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Winston
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, the 1st drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly. That too.
An incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On the coverage.
On play action, now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Vegas. 48 yards.
For a quarterback, there's 2 sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake. Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
Got his connection, complete to Ruggs.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Raiders 0.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Jacobs. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
On play action, it's Carr. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Intended for John Brown. Incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Marcus Davenport and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 19.
Here's Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Jonathan Hankins on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Winston. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. Maybe a net more than 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A reminder, Charles and I will make the trek here from the Silver State of Nevada to the Sunshine State of Florida as Thursday Night Football is an all-Florida affair. The Dolphins and the Jaguars from Jacksonville with coverage at 8:20 Eastern on EA Sports. And they work this well upfield across across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off play action. Carr. Got the connection here to Bourne. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. That one goes for 24 yards.
At the 16-yard
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Down and 11.
Off play action. Carr. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 4th down, John Gruden says, let's try and get 3 out of this. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Raiders 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
A first down throw for Winston. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down, Saints.
Play action now. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun. Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston buying time to his left. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
He was brought down at the 13.
He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jameis Winston with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints add on to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raiders offense ready to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On first down, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Off the play fake. Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
By the Saints.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Winston now from the 50. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Winston rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. That catch good for only a couple. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. 34-28, the final score. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North and head over to Cleveland to check on the Browns. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Baker Mayfield, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. on second and right at a yard.
Brings up second.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks always tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Incomplete.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. It's taken to the 26. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
working from the gun. It's Carr. Open man is Bourne. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. To throw, Winston. Harris has it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, Winston. Over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but not up before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
New Orleans.
Kamara. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Winston's pass.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
Winston's pass.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Winston's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. Able to find Harris, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Winston. He's got Burton here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw is Winston. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Solomon Thomas able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Winston now. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Lots will look to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's going deep for Brown. Incomplete. The penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense. Can't do that.
Backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. But it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. The New Orleans offense set to take over, and they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. 3rd on the ground, Kamara pushing through the contact. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. In his own end zone, it's Carr. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. From the gun, it's Carr. Fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr got an open man. It's Ruggs.
Carr's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero.
And it's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. Batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Carr's pass intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just got their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and...
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football, because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Kamara trying again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his...
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
For a Las Vegas.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Carr going to get this to Jacobs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Carr.
At the 47.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Vegas.
Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Intercepted by the Saints.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing win. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. And when it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on